We've been in Genesis, and so we're going to continue on here for maybe one or two more days with it. So, Genesis chapter number 2, verse number 18. We've been talking about creation, and we talked about how God created us to do something for this generation and the next generation, leave a footprint behind and put a footprint forward. And so, in verse number 18, it says, "And the Lord said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper, comparable to him out of the ground. The Lord God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the air and brought them to Adam to see if he would call them, what he would call them, and whatever Adam called each living creature, that was its name. So Adam gave names to all the cattle, the birds of the air, and every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found a helper comparable to him. And the Lord God caused the deep sleep to fall on Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. Then the rib which the Lord God had taken from man, he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She has she shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. This is a very crucial and powerful moment in the life of man, because I don't know about you, but I don't like being alone. Can you imagine Adam being there with all this beautiful creation, and he saw that there were a lion and a lioness. He saw that there was a male cat and a female cat, and a male giraffe and a female giraffe, and but there he was. He had nobody. I remember that there come a time in my life where I was ready to settle down, and I began to pray, and I made a covenant with God that I wouldn't date another girl. I wouldn't go out with anybody else. I would not date anybody unless I was going to marry this person. And I remember that there was this girl come along. I went on about a year-long fast, and my fast, and you can laugh at me, and I hope you do, but my fast was that I wouldn't date. I would not for a year. That I wouldn't date. I would give my time to God. I would ask God for a year to send me the right one. After that year was up, I started dating this girl. She treated me as good as a man could ever be treated, and I found comfort in her. I found a relationship in her, but she wasn't the one. And one night, after about a year, I remember, I'll never forget this, but she took me out on a mountain one day, and she gave me a gift for every year that that she and I was not together. So for my first birthday, when I was 1 year old, she gave me something. 2 year old, all the way up to my 20s at the time. She treated me so good, but she wasn't the one, and I knew it. And I made a covenant with God. I would not date anybody that I didn't plan to marry. And so I broke up with her, and it broke her heart, and it was hard, but it was the right thing. And then here comes Kimmy. And when I saw her, I knew she was the one, because see, God creates. He created Adam, the right one, the right, he created Adam, the right woman. The Eve was the right woman for Adam. He created her to spend their life together. And I believe this. I believe God has the right woman for you if you're a man. I believe God has the right man for you. But I think that God creates that person just for you. Now, the enemy may fight that woman not to be with you for a while. And she may have to go through some things, and you may have to go through some things. But after a while, if you'll pray that God sends you the right one, God, just like He created for Adam, this God that we serve, that is such an awesome creator. We could go throughout the church. I believe if you were to ask Brother David Tillman about his wife, I believe he would say, God sent her to me. If you ask me, I'd say Kimmy absolutely was sent to me. I believe if you ask Walter Aarons, he would say Pam was sent to me. And like I said, we may have to go through some things, but I want you to realize how powerful this God that we serve, that He can create powerful things for you, that can scope and mold and make your life a wonderful time here on this earth until you go to Him. So before you jump out, before you give that engagement ring, make sure it is the right one, and that God created her or created him just for you. God bless.